Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Book Nerd. And yesterday in DC Studios, in the world of DC Studios, they decided to release the first teaser trailer for Clayface. We are going to talk about that. We're going to break it down scene by scene because there's some stuff in there that is really creepy and really brutal for the overall story of this film. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. And as we are on the road to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, we are on the road to also everything in DC, Marvel, Star Wars, everything in pop culture. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest news, leaks, and rumors. We actually have a leak that we are going to talk about in Spider-Man Brand New Day later today on the channel, so stay tuned for that, as there's been a massive image going around, but we will talk about that later on today. So hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That's the number one way you can support us here at the channel. And without further ado, let us hop into this Clayface movie breakdown. So first off, we got yesterday a new plot synopsis for the film that I do want to go over before we hop into our trailer breakdown, as Clayface tells the terrifying descendant into hell of a promising Hollywood actor who has become a monster driven by revenge. An intense story that explodes the loss of identity and humanity, the ravages of toxic love, and the dark side of science ambition. So that is the plot synopsis for the film that featured first released yesterday, kind of doing a whole kind of talking about the film since the trailer did release yesterday. And now we are going to hop into this breakdown of course, the Clayface movie. So the trailer opens on Matt Hagen, actually, who is Clayface. If you guys do not know who Clayface is, he is a Hollywood actor who turns into a monster after being attacked by some dudes and getting his eye cut out and stuff like that. So that is who Clayface is. As we open with Matt Hagen, we see him in the hospital bed with his face just all covered up in blood, and it's red, hinting at who he becomes, of course, in the Clayface movie. The song over this trailer is Do You Realize, which talks about the most beautiful face, and this also makes a lot of sense, again, as the title of this film, Clayface. So again, there's going to be a lot of parallels drawn here in this one. This is just one of the first one that is a lot of importance, I guess you would say, and we do get that song Do You Realize here in this trailer as well. Also, over all of this, Matt is recalling his past life, as we see a couple blink and you miss it shots of him in Hollywood as a regular actor before he presumably gets kidnapped. We see a quick blink and you'll miss it moment of him getting chained to a bed and his eye being cut out open, as we think this is the start of his transformation. We keep going back and forth of Matt lying on his bed, but in another quick blink and you'll miss it moment, we see a shot of Matt with his face gone, hinting at his transformation even more. So we do see him with his face mask on. That is going to be a big point of emphasis here in this movie, is of course Clayface and how he gets his powers, and him trying to adapt to him being more of a monster now than more of a human in this movie. Cut back to Matt lying on his hospital bed, as we see a shot of someone sticking something in Matt's head after his eye was just cut open. We see some red fluid containers, as I think this is some sort of monster blood going through his veins, causing him to transform into Clayface. We also see a scientist looking at some cells after they have inserted the red fluid in someone's body, so maybe this is a certain type of testing that they are doing, trying to accurately create the monster Clayface. Another blink and you'll miss it shot is that we see, of course, Matt's previous life with an actual face, but it's getting slumpy, as again this is hinting at Clayface's transformation. We then see Matt running from someone, probably the guys again who is kidnapping him earlier in the trailer. We see that quick blink and you'll miss it shot, but we see a shot of him with his face mask on and his mouth being taken away, again hinting at his transformation into a monster, to where he's not going to be able to use his mouth anymore. That is kind of the whole premise of Clayface, right? He's a monster. He's not going to be able to talk as much as a human would, and now he is transforming into this being, so he's going to have to get used to that. Next up, we see a shot of what looks to be an amusement park or an amusement park ad that says exciting and thrills this way, as we see a black woman look at the sign like it's going to jump out and get her. We see another shot of Matt on his bed, and we see some mud on the ground starting to clump together, hinting at Matt's coming of the character in this film. In another blink and you'll miss it shot, we see a stairwell as it looks like a demon figure is climbing up it. Next, we see Matt taking off his glasses, like the transformation is now starting to get to him, and a woman screaming. I assume this is Matt's love interest because she is being attacked by something, and we'll have to wait and see with more information about when we get closer to the film. We keep getting shots of Matt lying on his bed as we see a boat in the San Francisco Bay and a hooded figure looking like he's trying to escape someone. Very curious on who this might be, and I'm very curious on who he is trying to escape as well. After a title card look, we see someone being cut through the face by another character. Not sure who these people are, but they could be important to Matt's overall story, and one of them is going to die. Another shot we see is of Matt and the same woman who is in the amusement park scene holding hands, as this is probably Matt's love interest, and this is where Matt is kind of explaining to her what's been going on with him. So there's going to be a point in this movie, I'm sure, where Matt and his love interest, they're probably going to have a moment together before he transforms into Clayface one final time. This could possibly be it there at the end of the film. Matt is pissed about something. Maybe his girlfriend broke up with him, and he told her what's happening, like we were talking about earlier, as he breaks a mirror and we see a creepy shot of someone's face as blood is running from his nose. Might be Matt's, not too sure. Now we see what I've been wanting to talk about the whole video. A police car that says Gotham Police establishing Batman in the DCU. Now, a couple of things to note here in this scene specifically. We already know Batman has been in the DCU for years. We saw it in Creature Commandos when it was set in the past and the animated Batman came onto the screen. We also have seen in Superman a Gotham City exit sign as well when the bridge scene when people were trying to escape, of course, the city, and we see a Gotham sign exit that does point to Gotham City. So we very much well know that Batman is going to be the future of the DCU. It's just about who's going to play him and who, of course, or when they're going to introduce him in the DCU. Clayface appears on a wall in shadow form as we get a hint of what he'll look like in the film. And we see someone being threatened with a knife being held up against some sort of floor. Another shot we see is of a building exploding and of Matt and the same girl he was holding hands with jumping out of a building as this was happening. So someone's bombing the building. They're trying to escape. They realize it's a bomb. That's part of that scene right there. A woman also screams in what looks to be a bar as we see another shot of Clayface in the shadow on the wall. Maybe this refers to him being revealed to humans and shown in this scene here. We just, again, don't really see it. So that's kind of what I'm picking up on here. Maybe it's him kind of showing himself for the first time and stuff like that, and we just don't actually see it. The final scene of the trailer is played over the song Do You Realize, again, as we see Matt in his normal life in the bathtub, just kind of creeped out about everything, just like we reported on at CinemaCon. And he puts his arm over his face, turns into the monster Clayface, as that hints at what's to come in the future for this character in the DCU. So, there you have it, just a quick 1-minute teaser trailer of Clayface. This movie looks insanely dark and looks insanely horrific. I'm going to be so for real. I cannot wait for this movie. This movie is probably one of the more anticipated films of 2026 I'm looking forward to, just because I'm very curious to see how DC handles the dark side of the universe and how James Gunn is going to implement that into his DCU. So I'm very curious on that. Also very curious to see if we get any Batman hints in the marketing campaign, maybe in the trailer. We get like a logo or something of Batman. We shall see. But in the meantime, let me know your thoughts on this trailer in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. I'm going to hop off with this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Hit the sub button, leave a comment so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos, as we are on the road to Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Everything Marvel, everything Star Wars, everything DC, and we will have some big time news later today. Hit the the sub button, leave a comment down below. That's the #1 way you can support us here at the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know how excited you are for Clayface in the comments down below. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.